Hello, welcome to another video session of Cooking with Mama T. Today we're going to do all sides. I have about 3 different side dishes because I realized the other day that I went in my refrigerator to get something to eat and I had chicken but I didn't have any sides. So we're going to do sides that can hold up in the refrigerator for probably 3 to 4 to 5 days. Starting with Brussels sprouts. So this is a bake with Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, and craisins. So let me tell you my story behind Brussels sprouts. I did not like Brussels sprouts at all. It was nothing you could do to them that would make me like Brussels sprouts. Until my son and daughter-in-law sent me to a restaurant one day and I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked it. So I came home and I duplicated that recipe as best as I could, adding my own twist. So this is one of the ways that I like to cook Brussels sprouts. So these have already been cut. And what you do with Brussels sprouts, you cut the little end off. And I like to cut them in half because when you cut them in half, the seasoning gets in the inside. I think it's the reason why I started liking them, because the seasoning gets in the inside and it kind of like covers over the bitterness. So I have a quarter of a teaspoon of cinnamon and a whole teaspoon of cumin. And it smells really good together. Really good mixture. And then we have a 4th cup of balsamic vinegar. As you notice, I use balsamic vinegar a lot, especially in Brussels sprouts. And out of this, I'm going to use about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And here are my craisins. We're going to start off with a 1/2 cup, and I think that's going to be enough. And we're going to use 2 teaspoons of the Momma tea all-purpose. And I will write a description in the bottom so you can use it if you don't have this. Soon, this will be on everybody's shelf. And you just stir everything together. This is a quick and easy and very tasty recipe. To me, anytime you put balsamic vinegar into Brussels sprouts and you couple it with some flavorings, you have a win-win situation. And as you can see, it's coated nice and good. And the good thing about the half again, see how the seasoning got on their sides? And my pan has been prepared with cooking spray. Even though I use olive oil, I still like to use cooking spray because cleanup can be a beast. And you put it on a single layer or as close to a single layer as possible. And with the sweet potatoes, when you cut them up small, they'll cook pretty fast along with the Brussels sprouts. And you don't want them mushy, you just want them done. So kind of stir them so you have an even layer as my craisins kind of settle to the bottom. And we're going to put it on 425, as much as I can of my sorry, I like to get my flavoring out. We're going to put it on 425, and I'm going to start off at about 20 minutes, and you go back in 10 minutes and stir them again. Welcome to dish 2. Dish 2, we're going to take corn and asparagus, mix them together. You got a quick meal. And because I'm using frozen corn, I'll put the corn in first and just saute it. I'm sorry, I used 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So I'm a little helper to help me today mix up my asparagus and my corn. So we'll let that saute for a little while, not long, probably about 5 minutes, probably less. Or medium to high heat. And now we're going to add the asparagus. Remember in another video that I put on, I don't like to cook asparagus a long time. Soon they'll turn bright green, and as soon as they turn bright green, they're going to be ready. And I'll add, that's like a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And a teaspoon, once again, all-purpose seasoning. My all-purpose seasoning. Another quick, now I'm telling you guys, it takes less than no time. As you can tell, in less than 15 minutes, I've actually created 2 side dishes. With a total cook time, probably 30 minutes total. And you have 2 side dishes, both of which can go in your refrigerator. Today is Wednesday. I know they will last in the refrigerator at least until Monday. They may not last in my house that long, but they'll last in the refrigerator at least until Monday. And as you can see how the color's changing? The asparagus are getting really pretty green. I am so excited. I have 2 little nieces that have not heard me say their favorite word in a while. So just for them, I'm going to say it. Because my vegetables are looking good, and this is the way I like it. So their favorite word is yeah. That's just for them two. And when they watch it, they'll know who they are. Less than 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes exactly, should I say. I would say less, but we're going to say 5 minutes exactly. This dish is finished. Beautiful and done. So these are ready. And one thing I realized about this, it's up to you, but I cut my asparagus in 3s. And as you can see, you can actually cut them in 4s, but they'll be fine for us. But if you want them a little smaller, just cut each asparagus 4 times. And then you'll have nice small ones. So our vegetables are about 10 minutes in. And we're just going to give them a really good stir. And because I like my vegetables more on the browner side, I am going to cook these. As a matter of fact, I'm going to increase my oven. Right now, the oven is on 425. I'm going to increase my oven to 450 so they can cook faster. And there we're doing our sauteed kale. Yet another vegetable that I wasn't in love with. As a matter of fact, the only time I would eat kale is at Christmas time when I went over my family's house, my bestie, my family's house. Oh my gosh, she makes the best kale ever. So every year, the only time I would eat kale is Christmas. Until I started making kale this way. I realized that I had to, I went on a binge when I was eating more vegetables, but in order to eat them, I had to make them taste so I would like them. So this way, I made it one time for my son and my husband, and I actually really enjoyed it. So most of the time, you'll see me using 2 or 3 seasonings, but when it comes to greens, I'll use the Momma T's seasoning the most because it has a little bit of a kick to it. It has a little more of a kick to it than the all-purpose seasoning. So we have sauteed onions until they get translucent, and then we'll add the kale. And you're going to see me, I'm actually going to pile as much kale as I can up in this pan because kale shrinks to nothing. So this great big bowl of kale may yield less than this by the time we're done. But because I'm making so many sides, we'll be good to go in the house this week. So my onions have been cooking for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to add the kale. And the reason you don't want them to cook much longer because they're going to cook down a lot more once the kale gets in. So I don't want them to cook completely away. And this time, this is baby organic kale. When I sent my husband to the store, I've been in the house, can't you tell, since March the 13th. So my husband has been doing all of the grocery shopping for all of our videos. And if I just say get kale, he's going to get whatever he gets his hands on. So this is organic baby kale, but I've used regular kale. And I tend to get the kale that's already in the bag, so I don't have to cut it. And all I have to do is rinse it really good, and I'm ready. So we're going to let this cook for a while, let it simmer down so the kale can just simmer down to this. And I'm going to cover this and let it simmer. As you can tell, they all melted down to little or nothing. So right now I'm going to turn my heat down. And I'm probably going to let these cook. I'm going to add my 2 teaspoons of Momma T seasoning. And I'm going to let these cook covered for about 20 minutes so I can make sure the kale is nice and done. And I got a little excited, so I added one more side dish to our session for today. And it's already started. I'm going to make the couscous combination that I make. Once again, another vegetable, another little thing I didn't care for. But once I mix it with what you're going to see I'm mixing with, black beans and corn, it's really good. Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes are done. You can make them a little browner or you can leave them like they are, but the sweet potatoes are tender, the craisins are still juicy, and the Brussels sprouts are nice and tender. I'm going to put ours back in the oven for about another 5 or 10 minutes, only because we really like our Brussels sprouts to be a lot browner than that. So I prepared the couscous just like the box says. You put water, there's seasoning pack, and margarine in it. And once you add the couscous, you just turn the heat off and let it set. So while I'm waiting on the couscous to actually set, I'm sauteing red peppers because I add red peppers to this dish. I have my black beans and I'm also preparing my corn. Okay, the couscous is ready. And once it sets for 5 minutes, you just literally take your little fork and separate all of the little pasta pieces. And to the couscous, I'm going to add about 2 cups of corn, about 1.25 cups of black beans, and I only cut up maybe 1/3 of a red pepper. And then you stir it together. And it's really, surprisingly, I'll add a teaspoon of the all-purpose seasoning. It's really good, and the good part about it, you can eat it cold or you can eat it warmed over. The last time I made it, it was in the refrigerator, and it was definitely my go-to when I was hungry in the middle of the day and didn't want to do a whole meal. I would just go in the refrigerator, get a little bowl of it, and just eat it. Really good combination. May not look like it, but it's a really, really good combination. And our couscous is ready. And the kale is ready. So as I always say in my ingredients, you can decrease, or you can, I wouldn't say increase, you can decrease the onions if you want, because as you can see, it's a lot of onions, but we like onions, so we're okay with it. Thank you for joining us for our session on vegetable side dishes. I hope you will try them, and please don't forget to click on the notification button and subscribe to our channel so you will see when we upload many more recipes. Thank you.